Welcome back to the Supercar Connection podcast.
What about these things brings this obsession?
Back in the stew, as you said.
Back in the stew.
10 days, I saw 237 hypercars. 237 different ones.
Different ones.
Cars peaked in 2015.
This episode is brought to you by Quality Collision Group. After an accident, it's not just your car that's thrown off track, it's your routine, your momentum, your focus. That's why I recommend taking your vehicle to a Quality Collision Group-owned shop. They are OEM certified shops, use the exact parts and repair standards your car was built with. No shortcuts, no guesswork, just confidence restored. When it matters most, trust the experts. Find your quality-approved shop today. Today we've got Keys or Mike.
Yep.
That's what you said. People call you Keys or Mike?
Yeah, people call me Keys, call me Mike, call me Michael, whatever.
Oh, Keys or Mike. They don't call you Keys or Mike.
Yeah, no, just Keys, Mike, Michael, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Keys or Mike. Keys of the Jungle. He's driving 365 cars in 365 days, which has been quite the series. How many cars have you driven so far?
Like 130 something. I guess plus one, so 136, something like that.
In what time frame so far?
Started January 1st, and we're, mid-July?
How many days is that?
We're just over 200 days into the year, or right about 200 days in.
So you got a little catching up to do then.
Some catching up to do.
You got to crank
Building
some
a team.
cars.
Team's helping.
Mm-hmm.
So that's adds to the fire.
How many cars did you drive today?
Well, technically I drove my car here, but a new car one.
For the series, just the one.
Just the Vantage.
What'd you think?
People are gonna have to find out.
Okay.
Oh,
No, I actually.
I was hoping to
When
get
will
a
that
little
video
snippet
come?
right
When will
now.
that video come out? This episode will be Monday, so
Okay, yeah.
it's going to
Probably
be a quick
week.
turnaround.
Yeah, probably like a week after Monday.
So we may beat it.
Yeah, because I have like 15 more to post. So
You said you're building a team for this? How do you build a team to help you just acquire the cars and set everything up, or how does it work?
well, I mean, I'm building out like a whole ecosystem for myself, right? So like I have a content production company for other brands. I make my own content. We got exotic car sales. We got like all sorts of different stuff, right? So it's like spreading the talent across different things. It makes it kind of more useful.
She was telling me that before this, you had a different challenge at one point too.
Oh yeah, 3 years ago, I tried to go to 365 car events in a year. Oh
Could you
my
imagine
God.
that? She told me that. And I was like,
No.
What?
That sounds like the world's most miserable challenge.
No, it was cool. I made it to 300 events in a year.
300?
300.
What were
But
you ripping on an average Saturday?
like 4 or 5 every Saturday.
I was like, is there even
Crazy.
that many scheduled events?
California is
many,
the
but like
only
that.
place you could get away with
Especially
this.
Orange County.
And like it was
Every
to the
morning.
point where like I partnered with an events app and all this other stuff to where, yeah, I was just going to anything and everything I could find. There'd be like 4 cars here. I'd be like, I'm the 5th car that counts as an event, right?
That is insane.
Go to everything at Monterey Car Week, all that good stuff. So pretty intense.
How many events did Monterey Car Week count for?
31, I think.
That's coming up here soon. Any ball knowledge on Car Week?
Yeah, drop a lot of game on that.
I would
please.
say I am one of the more knowledgeable people about Car Week. I just posted like a whole string of stories yesterday about it because I'm just like, I've seen everything at this point.
Right.
And I'm like really fortunate about it. So I might as well share it with some of the community as to like, there's a bunch of new kids going out there, right? They're all like 15, 16 years old and they're like, I want to see everything. I did that too. So it's like, I'm not going to gatekeep all this stuff. All these other people are like, why are you telling all the secrets? It's like, first of all, it's public knowledge, right?
Right.
Second of all,
It's out there
like,
somewhere.
we all love cars. Like, why am I going to not let other people love cars?
Right.
Like, that's the whole point of this is it's a community.
Yeah, but a big part of the supercar world is gatekeeping.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a common thing
You know,
nowadays.
to get past all the gates, you'll have to buy my course.
Yeah. We're here
Drop you next week.
We're here to open the gate.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
I have the keys to the jungle, so you want the whole jungle, let me know.
Let me ask you this. If you had to pick one event for Monterey Car Week that's actually worth going to, what is it?
Ooh.
Actually worth going to?
I would say that differs based on where your passion in cars lies, right? I think that from an overall perspective, I think Laguna Seca is one of the coolest places you could go for the Rolex Historics because they do have modern cars on the weekend, and then they have all the antique race cars. But then it's like you have to understand and learn a lot about the history because most of those cars are stuff you've never seen before. I mean, I guess in terms of like someone that wants to be around status and wealth and whatever, Quail is like by far the best option, right? You know, Pebble's kind of a mix of everything at this point, but that's more of like I went there, you know, I went to Pebble Beach. But then like there's so many other cool things, right? So it's like if you're not into the supercars, Legends of the Autobahn, super cool, which I totally forgot about until someone reminded me today. There's just like the biggest free event at Car Week. Exotics on Broadway, 10 million people. But if you love hypercars, like that's really cool. And it's like all the stuff from the Quail, but for free with like 10 million people in front of you. So it's like, that's why Car Week is so cool because there's so many different things for so many different people. But I do think like the best mix of all of it is the racetrack, especially because it's like 4 or 5 days of the week.
Really?
The Laguna Seca, they have different shows hosted there on time, or what's going on?
Well, so the
You're talking to someone
event
who
is
doesn't know anything about Car Week.
The event is called the Rolex Historics. I mean, it's gone through a bunch of different names, but it's basically the beginnings of Car Week was races at the racetrack, and then the Pebble Beach Concourse, and then everything else filled in between them.
Okay.
So that's kind of how it started, right? And now then, like the Quail's been around for 22 years now, and you know, there was Concours on the Ave on Tuesday, and then there was McCall's at the Jet Center, which was bought by Haggerty, so now it's Motorlux. So it's like, then everything else filled in. But the Rolex Historics, basically, I mean, if you have media, that's like the coolest part, because you could get right up on anywhere on the track. But as just a general spectator, you can walk all over Laguna Seca racetrack, obviously not on the track, but you can see all different parts of the track, and they have cars from like early days to mostly like 60s and 70s race cars. But there's stuff like some years they'll have 250 GTOs out there, and it's like, where are you going to see a 70, $80 million car driving? You know,
Driving.
So, yeah,
That's my
driving.
favorite part about Car Week. It's
Yeah.
just seeing everything, driving.
Yeah, and it's what do we call it? An eyegasm.
Yeah.
So
Especially just rolling around, I don't know, I guess the area and seeing things on the highway. Because an event like that,
car spotters dream.
exactly, a 250 GTO around track is one thing. Then we see you're rolling down like the main highway that goes from like Monterey to Carmel by the sea, and we pulled up on a Vector W16.
Oh yeah, I saw that parked at a Motel 6 last year.
Yeah, you're just like, this thing's rolling down the street. Or an original Ford, original GT40
Yep.
with like historical plates on it. Who knows what it's worth?
Yeah,
Rolling down the street.
15 million. It's crazy.
Some old white guy driving it.
Usually.
Living his absolute best life.
Oh, yeah.
With every ion impossible in the known to man world.
Living the dream.
And the guy's like, I've owned this for 46 years. I paid $12,000 for it.
One-on-one owner, everything. I think Car Week is one of those just special events that it gets its light, but at the same time, there's all the hidden little dynamics that you really, again, you know ball when it comes to it. Like, I can't even believe just the knowledge you have of Car Week alone in itself. But like, there's so many little things that not the average person even knows that exists. So if they want to find that content, go to your page and you can teach them every little niche about Car Week.
I guess. Like, I've tried to do different things over time. I've put up like, Instagram used to have guides like years ago, so I had that, and then I took it down. I'm like, where do I find this information?
Instagram
They never sent it
guides.
to me. Yeah, but like all sorts of different things, right? But it was funny. Last year,
Comment Monterey. We'll send you our free newsletter.
sponsored by Keys to the Jungle. So no, last year I put together like the dumbest, crappiest YouTube compilation of every hypercar I saw, and I included all the events in SoCal before going up to Monterey. In 10 days, I saw 237 hypercars. Documented 237. I think I saw one or two others. I missed a Gimpala and some other cars, but like I documented 237 different ones.
Different ones. Not the same Koenigsegg Agera
And
making the rounds at all the shows.
I'm so glad Monterey is in Mexico, because I was filming while driving and speeding to get cars, all breaking all the road laws that you would in the U.S. So thank goodness Monterey is in Mexico. Asterisk.
Well, the good news is we're in California, where road laws are just suggestions.
Yeah. Gets worse in
That's
other
how
parts
it is
of
in
the country.
LA, at least.
LA is
There's no rules here.
Cops
They're
are
not
busy
even-
with other things.
They're not even suggestions. There's no law.
well, when you can't differentiate a speed bump and a homeless person, you know you have a problem.
LA, it's like we'd prefer you not do a U-turn here. If you do it, no one's gonna do anything. But we'd prefer you not. We'd prefer you not to drive on the wrong side of the street. But if you drive an M8, be my guest.
All right, so today we're going to be driving on the left side of the road.
Only thing I like about it is sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So I don't mind living here.
Trust me,
I like doing what I
love
do.
it. I'm all for making my own rules.
Orange County is the
road.
place to be.
Orange County.
Orange County.
Well, they're
Good
well,
old
they
OC.
Why is it
follow
the
you
place to
home in
be?
your SVJ.
More cars.
Literally.
There's more cars.
That's true. I think Orange County is the capital of the entire country.
Yeah.
World?
I think so.
For just seeing crap.
I haven't been to Dubai, but like I've been to the London car scene. I spent a summer there, and it's like
That's weak.
it just doesn't compare.
Yeah, it's weak.
Well, it used to be solid.
What do you think
like,
changed?
Solid.
They stopped
Stuff
letting the
that I
people
probably
from
shouldn't talk
Qatar
about
take
on-
their cars there.
Well, probably stuff I shouldn't talk about on a podcast, if you know what I mean. But no, it's interesting because I don't know, London. It's missing the same vibe that it had before. I mean, it was like every Ramadan, like a bunch of people from the Middle East would ship their cars to London. So it was like I was there the summer of 2016, and I mean I saw gold chrome cars like in caravans driving through London, right? Which is really cool. But we don't get that here, you know. But the rare magnitude of cars that are here is just nuts.
Yeah, on any given day.
Yeah,
Regular
literally.
basis.
Yeah, on a Tuesday, I missed it, but I saw on Instagram someone posted a Koenigsegg Agera RS at Equinox.
At Sports Club?
Yeah, just Equinox,
Just
just chilling. Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
does it top like Monaco?
Yes and no. Monaco's really small, like really, really small. I don't think people realize how small Monaco is until they go there. I've seen some cool stuff in Monaco. I mean, like, you know, I accidentally stumbled upon a Camel LaFerrari once, right? But like, you know, random, right? And it was like a Thursday. But does it really compare with like LA all the time? We have the best weather all the time. Monaco's close. It's just
Why are we
not
dragging
close.
weather into this?
Well, we got the best weather.
I thought we were talking about cars.
Well, we got the best weather, so people are going to take their cars out all the time.
I
Right?
see.
Monaco, it does rain and you get other stuff.
Yeah.
Here, it's just like always sunny. Not in Philadelphia, but yeah, but yeah, there's just a crazy number of cars here, and it's pretty spread out too, right?
Yeah.
So it's like Irvine has a car community, Newport Beach has a car community, Costa Mesa has a bunch of car dealerships. Like you'll see stuff in Anaheim, Dana Point, like all over. It's very spread out. Same
Yeah.
up here, right? But like crazier down there.
Hypercars just rolling around.
Money fraud central.
Quite literally.
100%.
Orange County is one of those places where those cars, like, you just see it more commonly. They're here in LA. You just don't know about it because they just
Right.
don't take them out. As
People there
common.
The
driving.
roads here are terrible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Like-
again, like we talked about, there's no bad roads and there's no laws. So no one's taking out.
That's the other
$3
reason
million car.
cops are like, you really can't speed here.
Oh my gosh,
You're
I
either
was
going to break
terrified
your
driving
car
the Vantage.
or hit someone else.
Terrified driving the Vantage today. Like
How hard did you push it? Out of
Not.
1 to 10.
I got a little slidey on the last corner, but besides that, like maybe a 5.
Okay.
Maybe. It's like there's traffic, the sun's in my face, like, you know, filming videos at like 5, 6, 7 p.m. this time of year, awful.
I can only imagine.
We
But
should have just switched. I know the road kind of. I'll lay it down.
yeah, but no, it's all good. It's fun to drive all this stuff.
Let me ask you this, because I want to go into all the little different niches of your journey. But I think for me, kind of one of the weird things I want to know is, where's the best place that you've actually been able to drive at?
Ooh, best
No-
place I've
no
been
one's
able
ever
to
asking that
drive
question,
at.
baby. Come on.
I mean, just different parts of Orange County. Like the roads are wide open. I actually mentioned this in the M3 video I posted the other day. We have great speed limits. I don't know how much time you spent down there and looked at the actual speed limit. Not like anyone cares, but like regular roads are like 55, 60 miles per hour, which is really cool because they're not highways, just regular roads. And you're just like, wait a second. And then you come up to LA and it's like everything's 30, 45, whatever. And it's narrow. Everything's wide open there. So, driving in Orange County has been good. I've done some weird stuff. I started a video at Niagara Falls. Like I've been in some goofy places.
Bro, what?
Yeah, we went to Niagara Falls, and then I was like, wait a second, I need to turn around and start my video here. That's kind of cool.
That's random. You guys are like side quest, the capital side quest.
Side quest, yeah.
That's just crazy.
Side quest king.
Yeah,
bro, literally.
the jungle of side quests. That's great.
What was the start? What was the video?
Oh, that one was a Chevy Trailblazer.
The new
the
one?
rental car. No, old, like not super new, but not old, but like it had the touchiest brakes of all time. I hated that car. And I had to drive that thing for like 12 hours one day. So bad.
What's the best rental car you've had?
Ooh. Last rental car I had was a Ram 2500. And if you can't tell, I'm not exactly large. And so I had to do like a running start to get in this thing every time.
Did it have like I have one of those like automatic
It
step
had the
downs too?
step, but like still, I'm
That's
like
still up there.
yeah, I'm taking two hands and just diving in there.
That's awesome. Because your series is not just supers, correct?
Yeah, it's anything and everything.
Anything and
Like
everything.
to drive 365 cars in
That's
365
wild.
days takes a lot of effort and a lot of random cars.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine that.
What's the most obscure car you've driven so far?
Ooh, obscure.
Obscure. Wow, okay.
You like that word?
I do like that.
I
That
like-
kind of turned me on. I'm not gonna lie to you, but sorry. Go ahead.
How would you define obscure?
Like a Lotus Elise would be obscure.
I mean, I think the Koenigsegg is the most obscure because there's 27 of them. But
That would be pretty obscure.
how many regular people get to drive an ambulance?
You drove an ambulance?
I drove 3 ambulances.
Yeah, but there's-
Why
the side
three?
quest. The side quest is just
Ultimate
they just
side
don't
quest.
make sense anymore.
Well,
What-
I got there.
In
get to
what
flip the lights on?
scenario did that happen?
Well, fortunately, I was in the front. So, yeah, we just happened to know someone who were 2 people in the family worked at different ambulance companies. And so I was just like, I'm going to hit up both of them, see what happens. First one was like the whole bureaucracy of, oh, we'll have to send you in like a cones course and
Yeah.
like Anaheim Stadium parking lot. And I'm like,
Absolutely not, yeah.
I take these on the road.
Right.
Like, I am a baller with this. And the other guy's like, sure, let's do it. I don't care. Like, no bureaucracy here. And he's like, we got 3 different types. Let's do it.
3 different
So-
types of ambulances.
Yeah, so I did like the traditional one, you know, the box truck one. And then I did another one, which was actually one of the old Ford vans that actually went through all the LA fires. So it like still smelled like smoke, which was kind of wild. And then the last one was a Chevy one that they bought from Texas because there was no ambulances available during COVID. It was like I got to take 3 different ambulances out. I just couldn't use the lights on the road. I would have gotten in trouble. But
Gotcha.
I would have definitely used the lights on the road. I feel like that would have changed the driving
the
experience.
problem was
completely.
I saw other ambulances on the road, and I'm like, I am not going to outstunt these people.
You give me the
So-
casual little wave. Like, what's up, guys?
I did the hey twinning in my video.
How hard did you push the Koenigsegg?
So that one, the story behind the Koenigsegg is really funny. So I was at the Newport Beach boat show, of all places, and I run into the guy, and I'm chatting with him, old buddy of mine, and he's like, "When you taking Ruthie out?" I'm like, "That's an option." I didn't know I unlocked this level.
Right.
I just went to like, you know, top boss here. And I was like, well, my birthday's coming up in a few weeks. He's like, cool, come steal it. And I took that literally. So I put a robber mask on and I went over there and we made a whole video where I went into the warehouse at night and stole the car.
That's awesome.
So I didn't go super fast because it was like late at night.
Sure.
And literally the second intersection that we were out, I was like very cautious going through every intersection, not from the dips in the road, but because I don't trust
People.
anybody
Yeah,
in a
people.
car that they say is worth $10 million. And a car like came flying up and slammed the brakes at the intersection. I was like,
That's
don't trust
terrifying.
this.
I'm taking it back.
So I'd have to double check with my content, but I think I only went like 50 or 60,
Yeah.
which is still cool.
Sure,
But
much
like,
so.
I mean, what is that, 3rd gear? In a 7-gear car that goes up to
Which is why,
277.9.
yeah, it might not even be 3rd gear, which is the craziest part.
So when you're driving that car, could you even focus on like what does this car feel like, or are you just like, I am driving a Koenigsegg, and
How-
that's all that my mind can really think about?
Kind of. How edgy can I get with the content here? Because I have a very specific scenario of what this feels like.
Let's hear it.
This is just like losing your virginity.
Hmm.
And what I mean by that is like the whole experience, right? You get in the car and you're just like, wow, this is at least a 10, right? And then you get in there and all of a sudden it's on, and you're like, this is gonna happen.
There's so many buttons.
This is the time. It's happening. It's happening. Oh my god, it's gonna happen. And then you put it in drive, and you're like, oh, it's happening. And then you put your foot down, and you're moving. You're like, oh my god, it's doing the thing. I'm doing the thing. I am doing the thing. And then you're moving, and you're like, I can't believe I'm doing the thing. Don't mess up. 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 The whole thing is kind of like the process of like, you know, the first time with someone special, and you're just like, wow, this is bonkers. And then afterwards, you just try and process what just happened, and you're like sweating and tired and like, oh my gosh, I'm so overstimulated from what just happened. And then I have to look back at the content to actually remember like what I was doing. But I can go back and relive that memory in my head over and over and over again as if it were just like yesterday. It's cool.
Which memory?
The Koenigsegg for sure. Yeah, especially like it's cool because you can move the hydraulic kit while it's moving. And then once I pulled out on the road, I took the robber mask off and I'm just like, haha, I stole the car. I'm safe now. Right. So that way I can actually see the car on the road because I'm not going to drive a car without glasses on at night with a mask on. I'm like, you know, so.
That might be the best way to describe it. Like that is like a spot on way to describe that.
Like driving the first like crazy car,
Quite
right?
literally spot on.
It's spot on. Yeah. And like that one was just a whole different level because I've driven some cool stuff. You know, I've driven like Revuelto 750 and whatnot for the series. So like cool supercars.
Right.
But like nothing like this. And it's like an untamed beast.
Literally.
So
you want to hear the craziest part? For someone, it's just their everyday.
I don't know anybody that dailies their Koenigsegg.
But in the sense that they just have it, they can go hop in and drive it
man one time.
Whenever they want.
Yeah, and when you get to that level, you don't even think about it because it's just another car, right?
Exactly.
Like that is like multiple lifetimes of work for me at this point, right? So it's like I treasure that thing.
Think about it. Because somebody is desensitized to a Koenigsegg.
Yeah.
Think about how crazy that concept is.
I'm desensitized to an ambulance. I mean, I get it. Like 4.6 miles per gallon.
I think that's actually kind of crazy.
I guess it's a big old car.
That is true.
Big boy.
I think for me, the craziest thing that like people don't describe when like that driving experience is two things. One is like obviously depending on the scale of financial like what you're driving, that's always like in the back of your head. It's one of those like you start thinking less about what you're doing and you more so think like if something negative was to happen, what's the monetary thing that goes with that?
You hit a what?
Literally, exactly that. And then on top of that, for me, it was what did I drive again? It wasn't a Pure Sport, correct?
It was just a Chiron.
It was a basic Chiron. The
basic one.
Whatever.
This is how we're at these days. You know, Chiron is past.
Yes,
Tourbillon is now.
Exactly.
It was a basic Bugatti Chiron, not a Pure Sport or a Super Sport. Just a basic.
Exactly.
Just a basic.
The sound, like even what you're expecting, it still blows you away. And like it's one of those things where I try to describe it to people because like driving experience, sound for me is like the number one thing. When a car, I need sound. I just never experienced something like that when I was driving. So all I could focus on was the sound. I don't even remember what the interior really like looked like while I was driving it. All I was thinking about was the sound. Just focusing here and sound. That's part of the thing that nobody really talks about with these cars. Is how different everything is.
I should blow your mind with sound. Have you ever ridden in a Tesla without the rear seat?
No.
It sounds really cool.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like how do I explain it?
In what scenario did you drive a Tesla without
I took the back seat out because it sounded better for like 2 months.
How do you figure that out?
That's the question.
That is actually, I don't remember how or why I did that.
You took it out because it sounded better.
Right.
How did you know it sounded better?
No, someone took my back seat out for, I don't know if it was when I put my lights in my car or whatever, but
what are you guys doing?
The back seat was out and I was like, wait a second, this sounds awesome. And so I just drove around for a while with my back seat out until I needed to take people around. But I was like, wait a second, Teslas actually can sound kind of cool.
It's just more.
It's more like a.
You hear the battery more?
Yeah.
Did I sound stupid saying that out loud right
like
now? I was like, that sounds stupid as fuck.
It sounds like there's a ghost hiding in your trunk.
But like.
The Koenigsegg logo is hiding in the trunk of the Tesla.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I might try it now. I might just tell one of the guys, pop one of these back seats out on one of the Model 3s we have.
People are going to be like, what is wrong with this guy? He's like, I have to ride with the back seat out.
I'm gonna try it. I will try it because I'm curious.
It makes the experience actually more tolerable, I will say.
So you don't like Teslas normally then?
Well, I mean, I drive a Tesla right now.
But do you like it?
It is the best daily driver.
I agree,
if you don't have
100%.
to road trip, best daily driver.
Wait, if you don't have to road trip?
I don't love road tripping in it.
Why, just because of the charging aspect?
Yeah, it's like kind of useless.
Yeah,
Like,
I get that
sounds
part.
annoying.
why do you have to stop once, maybe twice, to or from Vegas? That's
I
ridiculous.
get that part. My counter
That
argument
is
though,
ridiculous.
I had a Model Y at one point and I went to Scottsdale and back.
$30.
Well, that too. Self-driving though, lit for anything like that. Just let it drive you. I was on my phone.
So
I was going to Mexico, but I was on my phone for like the damn near the whole drive.
You just need a Nissan Rogue Platinum.
Yeah.
Do they have self-driving like that? I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Grok now, they're leveling up, baby.
All these cars drive themselves now.
The
It's
EV
crazy.
noises are so crazy because they have to, add noise now.
Stupid.
Did you know?
Stupid.
Did you know the Rolls-Royce Spectre noise? Do you know who designed and developed the Rolls-Royce Spectre noise?
Was that the one that Hans Zimmer did?
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
They had Hans. Do you even know Hans?
No, you got to fill me in. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm speaking.
Interstellar?
How
I'm
do you not know
speaking.
Hans
I'm
Zimmer?
speaking. Just go ahead. Fill me in. I'm obviously the odd one in this
The
group. so-
composer that made the music for Interstellar, The Dark Knight,
F1 movie.
F1 movie. He's like the #1 movie composer.
Anything that sounds epic in a movie was Hans Zimmer.
Did he do Star Wars?
Gladiator.
Did he do Star Wars?
Star Wars was
didn't do
before
Star
his
Okay,
time.
so retract that statement. And how am I supposed to know who this person is? You guys just named 3 movies that are.
We're talking to a guy that didn't know what an email signature was. So.
That's fair.
Nobody's gonna understand that in context if you just say it like that.
I taught Joe today what an email signature was. We're in a group chat. And Lauren goes, we need better signatures. When we were talking about email. And he goes, well, my handwriting's horrible. I said, I think we're talking about email signatures, Joe. He said, what's an email signature?
I don't come,
Brother.
I've never been in corporate America, so you guys, everyone has to understand that. So
My
Same.
brother in
I've
Christ.
never been in it. So like he's talking about something, I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I sent an email, thank you, Joe Murphy. Send. That's all I need to do.
Yeah.
For any business that I have.
I will say, like, the best entrepreneurs are not sexy about it.
Thank you. Just get the shit done. That's exactly how I operate.
Efficiency is #1.
Thank you.
They
Guess
all
what?
spell
Thank you.
horribly.
I could kiss you on
They
the
don't
mouth
have
right now.
Okay,
The signature,
that's too far.
the
Too
signature
LA.
takes the last step out. You don't have to sign off. The signature's just there. It's the most efficient. Set it up once.
I
it's
didn't
there
know it was
forever.
a thing. I set my own shit up. I didn't know. How do you even set that up? Now we're getting off track now at this point.
Settings, scroll down, signature.
And this is why we hired Gen Z to do our computer
I would
stuff.
say we need to. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm sorry.
Joe's the world's youngest boomer.
I am the world's youngest
So
boomer.
it
He's
is
about
what
to
it
learn
is.
365 computer hacks in 365 days.
I quite
That'd be a
literally
great
would love
series.
That'd be a great YouTube channel.
But Hans Zimmer developed the sound for the Rolls-Royce Spectre.
There you go.
That's why it sounds so good.
And
What is-
somehow Hans Zimmer means email signatures, so we love it.
that. What does it sound like?
Uh,
Oh, so he designed like that like EV driving noise to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to have a noise.
Right, because it has to be alert because it can't be just
For
quiet
blind
in it.
people?
Yeah. Is that what it's for?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
lawsuit in 2016.
Is it really?
Tesla backed into somebody and they sued and won, and
an
now
A-
all EVs need to have a reverse noise.
It's an
pretty
ADA
genius, though.
compliancy thing.
It's pretty genius. But
Yeah.
how much do they got paid out on that?
I don't know, but I'd love to be that lawyer.
Absolutely.
That was a creative argument.
He took his 33%.
How did we get here? How did we get with the? You started with Hans Zimmer.
We were talking
I
about
was
the-
talking
we were
about
on
the
a
noise
track.
in
We
the
were on
back
track.
of the
That's what it
Tesla.
was. That's what it was.
pulling the
That's what
chairs
it
out
was.
of the back of a Tesla. Or the
That's what it
seats.
Yeah, I might take my seats out and show you when we're done here.
Is it that easy? They just pop out?
Yeah, there's 2 clips. Do I remember how to do it? A little hazy. It's been a couple of years, but I'll figure it out.
There's a YouTube. Let's make a YouTube video about it.
Perfect.
How to improve your
Monetize
sound? Yeah.
Stupidity.
What is the best sounding car you've driven then?
Oof.
Actual best sounding car you've driven?
Oof. I will say interior noise. The Revuelto is incredible.
Interior noise, really? Okay.
Interior noise.
Does it pump any fake noise into it?
It's just the engine's right behind your head.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, it was broken, so it had all the noise but none of the power. So it drove like a Toyota Camry. It was like
You're not going anywhere.
external noise. I mean, the Koenigsegg has this insane pop in second gear. So when you shift, it goes pop pop, and it's just wow. But there's some other cool cars. Like I drove a Suzuki Cappuccino the other day. that thing is an incredible turbo flutter. It's this little tiny K car that's like 60 something horsepower.
A Suzuki Cappuccino.
Right hand drive, about as big as me.
You're driving a Starbucks order, my guy. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, should have ordered the tall, but whoops.
Ended up with the what's small grande.
Yeah. Well, the
You're
tall is the
backwards,
small.
I think. Oh, the tall is the small.
Here we go. We're gonna go back into this.
We're
again.
going to get too sidetracked. We're going to get too sidetracked.
My email signature says actually tall is small.
Have you driven like modified cars at all, or is it everything been usually bone stock?
Yeah, I drove a VF Engineering tuned R8.
Okay.
So that is so fast.
With the supercharger or just tuned?
With the supercharger.
Okay.
That had the whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guy that like blew up a bunch of. I'm sure you guys know James.
Yeah.
Like
You drove James's
Yeah, I
R8.
drove James's R8, and that was just wow. That was a great car. Like
Yeah.
he does great things to his cars. I'll give him a ton of props, especially because he's like young and he's figured out this game so well. I'll give him props. Shout out to James. But
That was the best modified car you've driven, really?
I thought it was pretty solid. It just feels right. It was just everything about it was just like it was quick but smooth, and it sounds good and it's kind of comfortable but not like too comfortable. It's still sporty.
Sounds like losing your virginity.
It's like yeah, but it's like I could still see over the dash and everything. So it was like if everything fit right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the S2000 though. I love that car. I'm not like a JDM guy, but I love the S2000.
Just that 9,000.
Another modified car that was cool was the Hennessy Camaro ZL1. That was cool.
Wow.
The Exorcist?
Yeah.
You got to drive an Exorcist.
Yeah, Jack Ultramotive has the. Well, I don't know if his is the Exorcist or
Is
what
it the new body
but,
style or the old body style?
what does he have? He has the new ZL1 1LE, right?
Yeah, and it's a Hennessy.
And it's Hennessy, so it's got to be an Exorcist, right?
Please dive through that driving experience for me, for anything.
I thought this car was gonna have the heaviest clutch of all time. Now, I drove this car late January. I barely knew how to drive manual starting this series, because it's like it's weird because like in America, right? Like you're not like just automatically taught to drive manual.
Mm-hmm.
I don't come from a family of car people at all. So it's like I had to teach myself whatever and anything. And so, I'd driven quite a few cars. Like I learned on an S2000 years ago. But it's like, if you're not driving it regularly, you sit in the car and you're like, wait a second. Like I have to go through everything again.
Get your bearings again a little bit.
Yeah, and it took a little bit to get adjusted.
You got to stall it first. And then
Especially because like the first cars in the series that were manual was like old Ferrari, De Tomaso. And it's just like cars that are not easy. And I'm like, great. And then it was like, okay, Civic Type R. I was like, all right, I feel better now. Right. My confidence just went from like rock bottom to like slightly above rock bottom. But it was like end of January. So it was like 20 something cars in that I'm driving all of Jack's cars and they're all manual besides his Raptor. And I got in that car and I was expecting like the heaviest clutch. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to drive this car. And it was light. And I was like, okay. And I got in that car and it just drove like kind of a normal modern manual sports car, but it just has a ton of power. So it's like if you put your foot down, you're like, oh boy. Like, but besides that, it just kind of like drives normal unless you put your foot down, which I thought was really cool. Unless I drove it wrong, which is embarrassing.
I think it's meant to be plug and play to that aspect.
Yeah, it was like very simple. And I was like, oh, this is awesome actually. Like way better than his, what was it? I drove his 997 something, and it was just like Carrera S, I think. And I was just like,
it's a Porsche,
didn't like that. Yeah, I'm not a Porsche guy. And I was like, S2000, amazing. His R32 couldn't reach the pedals because it's on rails, and he's 6'2", 6'3", whatever. I'm a foot shorter, so at least. And so I'm like, this is not going to work. We tried putting pillows behind me. I'm like, this is such an embarrassment. This is gonna be great for my series. And I like went around the block once. I'm like, I give up. And then it was like that one. I was like, oh, this is a cool car. I like this. So yeah, I definitely recommend an Exorcist.
We don't talk about Hennessy like that often, but they do some awesome stuff with what they got going on. That Exorcist, I'm an American car fiend to a certain degree. So that 1,000 horsepower build they do is freaking nasty, dude.
Oh yeah,
nasty.
Yeah, fingers crossed, but if I make my way to Chicago at some point and schedules align, I will be able to drive an F5 Revolution. That'll be
sick.
cool.
If you make it to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, another side quest, right? But it's like,
This is
Are they really side
Hamilton
quests?
collection, huh?
Are they side quests? It's more just sounds like your main storyline is really what they
sometimes
sound
it's
like.
like it's still expensive to travel,
Right.
right? It's weird because it's more expensive. It's like more expensive to fly to most places domestic than international,
100%.
which is like why. But that being
Capitalism,
said,
baby.
yeah, it's like, I ended up in the Northeast and I ended up in Michigan. That was fun too. Velocity Bronco, that was a fun car. Like old car, modern power. It's got a Coyote engine. Like
Awesome.
but that was like random. Mitsubishi got like 250,000 views. Why? I don't know. But yeah, I just end up on all these random spots, and some of it's work, some of it's other things, but I still see a lot of it as side quests.
Drive an Aztec yet?
No, I was offered one. I have to get to Colorado, I think, for that one.
Wow.
You're getting offered drives.
Oh, people offer me cars all the time.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Like
That is awesome.
super awesome.
He's driving 365 cars, 365 days.
Which
Yeah.
is nice
People
to
are
see the
DMing
community
from
back.
all over
it's
the
like
country.
The community's backing them. That's a
Yeah.
nice thing to see.
I got
you
an
know what I mean?
Aztec if you can make it to Boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, that's literally the message I got, and I was just like, "Do I really want to go to Boulder for that?"
For an Aztec?
New
Is it worth
Mexico,
it?
absolutely. I do the whole like Breaking Bad setup. It was a great video, but Boulder, Colorado is okay. But yeah, I don't know. All these are funny, but yeah, it's like random messages like that. It was funny. Yesterday, I got a message, and the guy was like, I forgot what car it was, but he offered me some car. I was like, cool, where is it? And he just like told me the make and model of the car again, and I'm like, this is not helpful. I'm just not responding to you.
Yeah, some people, they don't get it.
What's the most interesting like interaction with someone that you've had driving their car? And take that however direction you want to take that.
Today.
Probably.
No, I've had some weird stuff. Whipping out a banana suit and seeing the owner's face is wild. That one was interesting.
You're not going to walk by that. You got to dive in. What do you mean? What did you just say? You said whipping out a banana suit? Like you came out of whatever in a banana suit, or you're like, hey, I'm going to go put this on really quick for the drive.
Yellow R34, and I'm like, I need to wear a banana suit for this. So then I just put a banana suit on, and the guy's just like, hi.
And you're standing there in a full-blown banana
Now
suit.
I'm trying to take this video seriously.
Like peanut butter
And
jelly
this thing
time.
has a race clutch, so I'm already like, I hate this car as it is. Because it's hard to drive on normal roads. And right-hand drive on right-hand side of the road, I'm already confused. Plus, I'm wearing this goofy outfit. Yeah, that one was interesting. I think the most interesting one was when I drove and then accidentally bought the golf car. So,
What?
yes, the golf car. This one needs photo context. But I saw a car that had a putting green on top of it on Facebook Marketplace, and I was just like, gotta have it. Like, I never hit up anyone on Facebook Marketplace because I'm like, I think it's rude to drive someone's car and then not actually be interested in buying it.
Right.
So then I was like, well, this is too cool to pass up on. It's like I grew up playing golf. So I'm like, this is a literal putting green that I could drive. This is like instantly amazing.
Wait,
And then
wait.
I drove it, and then he told me like, hey, I only want this much for it. And like, you got a following. Like, I'd give you 10% less. Like, I just got this deal on this other thing. Like, I'd take less for it from you. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, should I buy it? And then I'm like asking around some people, I'm like, should I buy this? And they're like, no, that's stupid. And I was like, I have a feeling I need this car. And then I bought it. So now I own a manual, like Geo Metro with this freaking putting green on top. And now I disassembled it, so I'm going to rebuild it. But yeah, I own a putting green that drives.
I'm gonna ask some questions before we walk by the time. This guy had a Facebook Marketplace listing of this car for sale.
Yep.
With a putting green on as the roof, pretty much, like on the top.
Oh, it
of the
was
car.
like the top half of the car was chopped off, and then they like, he put like this metal frame around it. At one point, it was like a race car. He built it up in Idaho, and then took like the race car looking thing off of it, and then literally put a putting green.
So
So
this is like an actual putting green. He didn't just glue some turf onto the roof of the car.
I mean, it is turf, right? It was like cheap turf.
Sure.
But we're talking about he cut. We're
Yeah,
deep
yeah.
in this build. Like it's not like he just Mickey Mouse on the
That's
roof.
what I'm saying. It's more. There's more to it.
Yeah, and this dude, like, I mean, built this whole thing, and it was like plaid interior looking stuff, and like the car was in very okay shape. Like the wood was getting kind of rotten and whatnot. So I'm like, I need to rebuild this thing. But yeah, it was like, I shouldn't admit this on here, but we were hitting golf balls off of the back deck of the car.
That's awesome.
And I hit a golf ball through my phone.
That is awesome.
Thank goodness I had insurance.
It's like
Thank goodness.
It's like bench warmer style.
Oh yeah.
When they go and knock mailboxes off the side.
It had a literal hole in the corner of it, and I don't know if you guys saw, but my buddy like borrowed it and made a video going through Taco Bell drive-thru and got a Baja Blast and put it in the cup. Got like a million views.
That's so awesome. You're telling me that guy wasn't one of the most interesting human beings? What kind of guy is like, yeah, I'm gonna chop my thing in half?
So this is a weirder thing. The guy that had and sold the car wasn't even the guy that built it. It was like a buddy of his. And that buddy still lives in Idaho. And this guy got this and then drove it down from Idaho, got heat stroke on the way down through Vegas, and then had it here. And then he's like, I don't know what to do with it. It kind of sits outside and just does its thing. And like gave me the car and this tarp to cover the open top.
Bro, what are people doing? Nothing makes sense to me. This is the wildest
awesome.
side quest I've ever heard about.
Tell me, if I could get 17 other people to build these and we had a whole golf course, how cool would that be?
That would be kind of cool.
The driving golf course experience, epic.
Mm-hmm.
You could sell that to weddings and events and other stuff. You just have a whole squad pull up. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying that.
No, I'm thinking about it more like, yeah, if you added the other 17 holes, then yeah, it would turn into like its own thing. But I'm just thinking of the one-off case scenario. I'm trying to put myself in the original builder's mindset. Like he just liked golf enough. He was like, hey, I need a mobile version.
What was
of this.
the vision?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he first built like a race car thing. So it had like a whole different design. It had like the interior looked like a cow, whatever.
You have a photo of this?
Yeah.
Can I see it really fast?
Let's check this out. The golf car?
Yeah, I want to see the golf
or the
car.
pre-version.
Just so I can put something in my head so that I can move off of it.
There you go.
Holy cow.
This is not what I pictured.
That's exact. I needed this so I can understand what we were talking about
This is
here.
the golf car.
What the heck? Okay, now this makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
This does make a lot more sense.
I'm so confused.
What the heck?
Yeah, so my thoughts are like, when I'm sitting there and I'm like, do I just give him cash for this? Like whatever.
Can I know how much you bought it for?
It was like
I asked the right questions here. That's what I'm talking about.
this is how you know I don't have a supportive partner.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Just around $1,000.
That's not too bad.
I think you stole this.
A moving golf
I think you
course
stole it.
for just about $1,000.
So yeah. So but it was like not in great shape. Literally what a 3-banger. Like it's not exactly
Yeah, but in this economy,
the batteries like the batteries held together by like bungee cords. The whole thing is like as ratchet as it gets, but we love it. We love it.
This is awesome.
But yeah, that
This is the
thing.
wildest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So this is where I'm like entrepreneur kind of kicked in, right? Where I was just like, what can I do with this thing? Happy Gilmore 2 comes out in a couple weeks. And I just talked to a guy that's working with the whole production side of things to do the premiere. So I'm seeing if I could get some budget together to rebuild the car and ship it out to New York and have Adam Sandler do content with this. So viral.
That would be awesome.
And now I'm like, cool, good return on investment there.
100%.
I like that.
See,
So,
I think you stole it.
So,
I think if you
we'll
list that for $9,999 on Pace and Marketplace, somebody's gonna walk in and give you $7,500 for it.
maybe, yeah. But it's like, well, not that they know how much I paid for it now.
Oh yeah,
but
they won't. The buyer won't watch it.
but
drive it
that-
to Pawn Stars.
yeah. That being said, I'm like, I took it apart. I'm rebuilding it. I'm making like the jankiest YouTube content ever because, like, which is funny because I have like a full service content agency, right? But like, I don't use my people for my stuff. Like, I don't know. I should, but I don't know. It's more fun to actually build big brands for it than like make it about me.
Right.
So that's why I built that in the first place. And yeah, it's just like just making all this goofy content with this car, and it'll pay off. But like, I don't know. It's just random side effect of driving all these random cars.
I would say
I also have to think
random
about
thing.
like what of the 135 cars. Like you're asking me all these questions, I have to like go through it. Fortunately, I made like a list the other day, and I like posted an update like here's the first 120, so that helps. But I don't know, random.
Can I ask you? So less about the physical challenge and more about the why. Why exactly are we on this journey?
All right, so couple things. I think this kind of goes back to the whole development of Keys to the Jungle in the first place. So I started this as just like a random car spotter, right? I was like, I could make content, I could take pictures, whatever. I saw Alex Penfold, and I'm like, GOAT. I want to be like the GOAT. And then I realized I am not the GOAT. But I realized I'm really good at understanding algorithms and how people click on content and all that. So I built this like massive following with all this stuff, made all sorts of random viral content. And it was like, I never made it about me. Never wanted to. And it was like, when I had the choice to like go into big influencer mode or not, I went into making an agency and helping other companies do the same thing. And then everyone's like, well, you're doing all this for all these other people. Why don't you do it for yourself? And I was like, I guess I could be my own client. That'd be cool. But I did the 365 car events in a year, a couple of years ago. I didn't make any like legit content about it. And I'm like, I am so dumb. That would have been so cool for people to watch. And it was like, they saw it on my stories, right? And it's like some of the events are so dumb and some of them are super private. So it's like I could just snap a random picture.
Wait, so you were just doing this for the love of the game?
I was literally about to
At
ask
the
you that.
beginning, yeah.
I was literally going to ask that. You didn't make
365
any
shows in a year
no content,
just for the love of the game.
or not no content, but like
Well, I was like posting stories about it. Like I gained quite a few followers from doing it.
From
but,
posting
like,
stories.
I didn't make I wasn't thinking about like I could make really cool content of it because I didn't want to make the content about me. It was about the cars. So I was like posting all the car stuff that I was doing. And I never made it about me. And then people were like, you should make it about you. And I was like, do I really want to? And then I was like, screw it. I'll make it about me and see what happens. And now it's like actually kind of cool because it's like way easier to monetize. I'm like, wow, it was dumb. Should have done that 10 years ago. But like, I don't know. I loved cars. And now I just want to get deep into loving cars myself.
right.
And people can live through me doing that. So
Did people know that you were on this challenge, or was this like a self-fulfilled, like I'm going to go
the
to
365 events, yeah. Like
they did know.
Oh yeah, people were sending me events left
Got
and
it,
right
yeah.
because I'd post it on my stories, right? I'd be like 118 out of 365, like 220 out of 365.
I was like, this kid just loves the game. He's just everywhere.
No, it's not like I'm just like at a bunch of random
That's
events.
what
I'm
I'm
like,
thinking.
oh,
I'm like,
here.
this kid just really loves cars.
Check.
Next to the-
No, it was like I was posting about it, but I wasn't making like actual content, right?
Got it.
And because it was like going to all those events, it was like I got to just get so much good content of everything because I saw so many cars.
Right.
And then after that, I was like, I never want to go to a car event ever again.
I can't imagine.
I've been nowhere near 365 car events, and I hardly want to go to a car event again.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna ask everybody this, as in the three of us. What is the next evolution of the car event space?
That's what I'm working on right now.
I figured.
Cars, concours, and coffee.
Walk us through it if
All
you
right.
can. Whatever, how much
Of
details you
course,
can
yeah,
share.
yeah. Well, I have an event next weekend. You guys are invited.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So, yeah, next weekend we're doing a Ford GT gathering, so that'll be cool.
Okay.
Um,
Our boy Billy might come.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, Billy won't be there, but Billy's car will be there if
Cool.
it's the same Billy.
Better that way.
So-
yeah, better that way.
Anyways,
Probably.
Shout out to Billy.
yeah, we all have a Billy, right? So,
Or GT Billy.
basically what I realized doing all this is after going to every kind of car event, there's really two main groups of events. There's the super high-end concours, well, I guess three, right? There's the super high-end concours stuff. Then there's random boutique private stuff. And then there's the super, like more low-class cars and coffees that you have all the issues with burnouts and people being reckless that some of them turn into sideshows and all this other stuff, right? Not a lot of people want that. But then there's all this other people that want to go to shows like that, but they don't want to deal with that crap, and then they can't afford to go to the concours stuff. So I'm like, what can we do that's in the middle? So I was like, all right, I want to take cars and coffee style areas, fill it with turf, and make it look kind of like a concours so it's classy. Make it free for people. You got to be on a list to get in. So you still got to like know people. So if you're respectable, you're in. But then like everything's paid for by the sponsors. So like the goal is like everybody gets free food, everybody gets, free admission. You get to see really cool cars. They're displayed properly, they're clean, all that other stuff. And then you can actually build a proper community that way because everybody's respectful and they're kind of forced to be respectful because leadership is respectful. Like everything is nice and curated. And what's great is for this like sponsor side of things, all the activations look cool, right? And it's like, I think of everything from an aesthetic standpoint. What's going to make viral content? So if you have turf and like all this other stuff, like you could do really cool style events and then all the photographers are happy because they're like, oh, it looks like a golf course. So yeah, that's kind of like, I realized there is this kind of the middle part of the car community is just missing good quality events.
Mm-hmm. Car culture has just changed. Like the average person is just not the same when it comes to it. So just the recklessness has just destroyed everything to beyond belief. It's like the same thing you were driving the car middle of the night. It's the same concept with car events. I think for me, when I think about it, it's more so like, what can we do to push the limit of a car show without making it dangerous? Like car rallies are all fun and games, but at the same time, like
reckless.
They're reckless. So like, how do you take it more than a cars? Because like everyone, as much as we like cars, like everyone's had a good, all right, I've stood around looking at cars enough. How do I make it more interactive without taking it too far on the reckless side? That's where my brain goes.
Yeah.
At least on it.
And it's interesting because it's like the only thing that I think is missing to take the car community and expand the car, like the love for cars to people outside of the community is to add some sort of competition and like experience with it so that people are like viewing a showcasing of something rather than just like static cars. Cause like cars in a parking lot, people are like, oh, it's just cars in a parking lot. If they're not car people, So it's like, how do you make it dynamic enough to where they actually want to, it's an experience, right? Same way that like not everybody loves baseball, but they'll go to a Dodgers game, right?
Right.
Same thing, right? And how do you create that with cars? And that's kind of the next step. So yeah, I met with some people this morning to talk about how do we actually do that? So we'll see. It's going to take a lot of development, but like I'm not an events guy. So I'm just like a marketing guy at the end of the day. And so I'm like, how can I take all this marketing knowledge and then influence it through events using some other connections that are really good at event production? And hopefully that turns into something cool.
Yeah.
So this is the first event next week, or this is the next event next week?
So we've done a couple small events. This one next week this one's cool. We don't have the turf yet, but we have like 30-something Ford GTs coming out, which is really cool for like a random spot. But we're doing it like at a museum, so we're raising charity money and all that other stuff. Because like you might as well give back.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the audience on some game question here. How do you know the location and people of 30 Ford GTs?
What do you mean?
Like, how are you getting 30 Ford GTs to come to a show?
Oh, that's
one
where
thing.
I have more skilled people to do that.
Hey, that's my thing, because it's one thing. This is what people don't understand. Like, it's one thing to host an event and have a large gathering of people, but to acquire a niche group of people with that high end of a car to come together like that, I didn't even know there's 30 Ford GTs in this area. Let alone how many are there? There probably 30, 32 here, maybe.
There's quite a few.
There's some numbers,
especially because we have Superformance down in Irvine.
That is true.
Down in Irvine, so like, that helps, right? With Hillbank's like making all these cars, and so, like, that definitely helps. But yeah, a lot of these cool cars are in California. Everyone complains about California, but like we have all the coolest stuff. So
it's the best place to be.
Yeah,
I don't care what anybody says.
And there are people bringing their cars in from out of town.
It is.
But
yeah, I agree.
Why are you giving me that side eye? Because I didn't say Miami for once, or what? That's the side eye.
Yeah, that's one.
I mean, it's the best place. You want me to go into it? I'll go into it, but don't take my comment out of context.
I want to hear your thoughts on Miami.
Well, I love Miami.
Every time I talk about how great California is, it always ends up back in Miami.
Well, no, because I think Miami is better in certain verticals, but like if you put it as a big package, like Miami's tiny. So like I give where we live. I like where we live. I live here, so I like where we live. But it's one of those things. I like Miami for the driving. I like driving Miami better than driving here.
Well, you live in LA, Orange County.
10
times better.
Not even that. I just mean like, because I'm not so the difference between the two of us is he likes like curvy canyon side driving.
Dead straight.
I like scenic views, dead straight, just vibes. So Miami's it's very hard to beat. It's very hard to beat
flat.
that. But you're talking
Very
about
flat.
you're talking about downtown scenic views, right on the water, causeways. Like it's very difficult to beat that.
Okay, so GTA 5 versus GTA 6, which will never come out.
Quite literally. Like, have you ever driven to the Keys down there?
Yeah,
in
how
Florida?
boring is that gonna be? It's
Of
so
course,
flat.
Keys been to the Keys.
That's what I'm
Keys has to
saying.
go
So
to
like
the Keys.
taking like an SVJ Roadster down there. Like think of a better
Every time I've
driving
been,
experience.
there's been
now.
traffic.
Really?
Except for the time that I drove across the country with a stranger and set a record.
So let's walk through that one because
Another side quest.
you're not gonna just walk past that one.
That was 3 weeks after I moved here, or maybe 4 weeks. Kind of crazy. But when I moved out here, it was like networking crazy, right? I'm like, I got to meet everybody because like I came here without a job, without anything, like just a little bit of money and a hope and a dream, right? And so I just went and I networked as much as I could in the first month living here. And I went up to Lamborghini dealer in Beverly Hills. I knew a guy there, and he's like, hey, you got to meet this guy. And I was like, okay. So then this guy's like, I'm a super connector from the Bay Area. I need to introduce you to all my friends. And I was like, okay, this sounds red flag number one.
A super connector.
Introduced me to 4 people. I actually still keep in touch with one of them. The other one was this guy. His name is Paul. All need a Paul, right? And he's like, yeah, so I'm going to this Bitcoin conference in Miami in like a week.
Oh, that's lit.
And I'm just
Crypto
going to like
Expo.
drive their Cannonball style from Seattle. And then he's
Crypto
like,
bro thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a very crypto bro
Seattle
thing to
to
do.
Miami.
and he's like, yeah, I'm doing it in my 2007 S8. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool.
not bad
Just like a
option.
random
Decent.
Cannonball round.
transporter style.
And he's like, yeah, I don't have any media or anything. I'm like, is that an invite? He's like, you want to come? I was like, that's an invite. Yes, I will come. Now, this is like 1 year into COVID. So it was like $100 to fly to Seattle. And I was like 2 days later, I was like, cool, book. And then I was like, how am I logistically going to make this work? Right? It's like, I just moved here. I don't have like much money or anything, but I have time. So I'll figure it out. Turns out my dad was moving from Florida to Arizona, same time. I was like, no way. So I hopped in the car with this dude, Memorial Day weekend, 2021. But it's like, I flew up to Seattle, I hung out with someone I knew there all day. And then he dropped me off at this random hotel or like condo or whatever. And I meet this guy on the side of the street with his car. And he's like, yeah, put your bags in here. And I was just like, this is so weird. Why am I doing this? I'm like, I was what, 23 or whatever. And I was like, this is so stupid. And so there was a third guy, and he's like, yeah, I'm from Romania. I've never been in a car more than 5 hours, so we'll see how this goes. He's like, I don't even have my license. I'm just going to sit in the back. And I was like, really? The 2 of us are driving across the country with this other guy? I'm like, okay. So we leave at 12:30 a.m. from Pike Market. And like what we did to time it is, since they're into all the like crypto stuff, is they did some like Twitter thing where they like posted a tweet and then used the Twitter hash and like,
Right.
you know, posted that, and we're like, okay, this is proof that we left at 12:30 a.m. And we just sent it and just sent it and sent it and sent it. And this guy, he didn't modify anything to his car, but we had a police radio, Waze, stabilized night binoculars, and
What?
yeah, like what was the other thing we had?
Did the stabilized night binoculars ever come in handy?
So handy.
Really?
Yeah, the passenger never really got to sleep because they were scanning for cops the whole time.
What was the average speed you guys were doing?
So, okay, so
Mexico, of
average
course.
speed is kind of funny because it sounds super low because we had to stop for gas in almost every single state.
Okay.
So we stopped every 4 hours.
Okay.
Because you don't have a double gas tank like
Yep.
most of those guys.
And gas tank runs out in about 4 hours in an S8 because we were going $120. But our average speed in each state was like 84 miles an hour, 86 miles an hour, 73. But it was like, the trip was so interesting because we left, and what I did is I filmed videos as we crossed into every state. So somehow I was awake for all of them. And
Conveniently enough.
the guy in the back was like, can you guys drop me off in Bozeman? And we're like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm going to fly to Miami. I just booked a flight. We're like, okay. It's like a 5-minute detour. We're like, sure, why not? So we drop him off. And we're still cruising at this point. So we get back on the road. We're cruising. This other guy, one of the other guys that he introduces me to, the first guy, calls me and was like, yo, you guys doing that drive? And we're like, yeah, we're on it. And he's like, can you pick me up in St. Louis? We're like, yeah, it's on the route. So we meet him at a Waffle House in St. Louis like 18 hours later. And then he hops in the car. I take a nap. We're cruising. He's got food for us. I'm like, this is great. And we're like, this whole trip, like total dudes, right? So we're eating like random gas station snacks, like not actually eating anything. And we're cruising. And then the Florida instincts in me kind of went away because I forgot about all the side roads that you could take in Florida. And we hit Florida on Memorial Day. By the time we got to like Orlando area, oof, rough. I'm thinking back, I'm like, I know all the side roads we could have taken. We could have gone here, 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 whatever. Anyways, it took us like 4 hours of traffic. And then the guy that we picked up in St. Louis was like, my dad lives in Palm Beach. Can you drop me off there? Like 10-minute side quest there.
Right.
Drop him off and back to the two of us again. And I did the last stint. I'm like, I grew up near this. Like, I know these roads. Like, I know exactly what to do. We're going. As soon as I get on the highway, there's a police truck next to us. And I'm like, really? But he's got a bicycle on the back. So I'm like, okay, this guy's not super much of a threat. And then that dude speeds up in front of us. And he and I are weaving through traffic going 100. It was the wildest thing ever. And like, I mean, I was really comfortable in the S8 at this point. So I'm like cutting lanes and all this other stuff, like driving like a real GTA driver. And this guy was like, I've never been so impressed with anyone driving ever. And so we got to, it was funny. We got to the American Airlines Arena the day after they changed it to something else, and now it's the Casilla Center.
The other crypto brokerage bought it.
Yeah,
the one that's no longer the one that Sam Bankman-Fried or whatever did. The name.
No,
of
it was a different one. It was
it?
I think it was Bitmart or something.
FTX.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Oh,
that,
yeah, maybe it was FTX Arena.
FTX.
Yeah, it was.
I'm tapped
FTX
into the
Arena.
Miami scene,
There
so I
we
was
go.
like,
Checks out. And yeah, we like had like a 45-minute pit stop. I had friends from Miami bring us champagne, and I'm like, first of all, I don't want to smell like champagne, but whatever. I don't drink, so like I don't care. Like spill it on me, whatever. But we're spraying champagne. 45-minute pit stop, but we hit that in 40 hours and 13 minutes. I was so pissed I couldn't beat 40 hours because of all that stupid traffic. But then we looked at each other and we're like, so should we go to the tip of Key West? And we're like, screw it. We just hop in the car and kept going. And then at this point, we're tired, right? Because it's like sunset.
how have you guys not killed each other?
Oh, it was like pretty simple. Like he's pretty introverted and I'm pretty extroverted. So I talked most of the time and he listened and pretended like he cared. So it was perfect. But I was asking him a bunch of questions about crypto and how Bitcoin works and all that. So I got like a whole like session
Right.
on crypto right before the NFT boom, which was awesome. And so,
NFT boom, baby.
yeah, which was crazy because then I landed an NFT client like 2 weeks later. It was like random how that all worked
You were
out.
ready. You're like, I understand how all this works.
I know more than you do. Yeah. And yeah, we hit the end of Key West at 43 hours 59 minutes. There's one other person that's done it. He did it in a Volvo. And Alex Royce is like a guy that's done the New York to LA one a bunch, but he did it opposite direction in 45 hours 34 minutes. So we basically beat him by an hour and a half.
It's not bad.
With a bunch of pit stops. And I was like, cool. So
With a stranger.
yeah, and then like the next day it was like so weird because my mom just happened to be in South Florida that weekend, so she was able to scoop me and then take me back because I grew up on the other side of Florida. And then I like hopped in the car with my dad with his stuff, and my dad has a F-Type SVR, and so it was like I went from one cool car to like another cool car, and then we were cruising, and so we drove from Florida to Arizona in 3 days. So I did like 5,000 miles in like 6 days. It's kind of awesome.
How did you endure that?
I love driving. I mean, the series kind of proves it, doesn't it?
Bro, it's that's a
Apparently
different
so.
level of the game, bro. After 5 hours, there's no shot I'm a pleasant human being if I'm in the car any longer. And I don't care about it because I can't
F-Type
do it.
SVR. It's a great car today.
A lot of Yeah, a lot of speeding helps long drives,
I can imagine.
especially in Mexico.
Of course.
It was so funny though, because my dad was super proud about hitting like some speed that I shouldn't mention.
Right.
And then I beat him by 1 mile per hour right after dinner. And he was just like, and he started like texting people. He's like, I went this fast, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Because he's not really a car guy. I like
He's got
told
an
him about,
F-Type SVR and he's not really a car guy?
I found the car,
Okay.
right? He had like,
Oh, that's a niche car. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not
Yeah.
everybody knows game like that.
yeah. So it was like, yeah, he went from a Infiniti G37 to a 4 Series that he didn't even realize had a Dyne and Tune on it. And then, or like the whole stage 1 kit. I was like,
Right.
So then I bought that off of him and I'm like, I like this car. And then he's like, shoot, I don't have a car. So then I found this thing and he's like, yeah, this is awesome. He still has it like 6 years later.
It's awesome.
And, but yeah, so now it's just like, yeah, he was like telling people, I can't believe I went so fast. And then I one-upped him. He was so pissed.
Now I really want to know how fast it was.
I know how fast it was.
You do?
I do. I figure, but the fact that he doesn't want to say it, I figure. But I'm also thinking, can the car go that fast?
Top speed's 191.
Okay, then no, I don't know.
It was not 200, I will say.
That's what
I've never been in the 200 club, which is kind of sad. I'll get there. But
We get there?
I've only ridden at the 200 club
yeah, I've been passenger like 186.
with the top off in a Koenigsegg.
No, that was with
No, I'm saying my 200 club was with
Oh,
the
really?
top off.
Oh, that's
Koenigsegg.
cool.
Yeah, his experience was wild.
Wasn't so
talk
bad.
about that. You got to talk about that.
I've talked about it before.
Hey, not to him. He wants to see it. Come on.
I'm a
he can,
newbie here.
he can appreciate that experience.
So, we were doing a podcast with a guy with a Koenigsegg, a Gara RS. It was very nice. And he's telling us how fast it is. He takes it 200 all the time, apparently very early in the mornings. And we were about to go for a drive because he drove the Aventador out to where we were, all this stuff. And then I didn't drive out. So I was like, okay, well, either I'm just going to get in the car into like the E-Class with Destin, or can I hop in with you in the Koenigsegg? Yeah, sure. Why not? So I hop in there and then take the top off because we have to. And we're rolling down Tijuana and just, we're going like 160, 170, something like that, which is just cruises at that speed.
Yeah, it's
like,
so comfortable
effortlessly.
fast.
And then he just like points at the dash and just steps on it and just like in so quickly. It's ridiculous how fast you're there in that car. I'm just looking at it and it's like 98, 99, 200, 201, and then he lets off and I was like, wow. That was something.
You ready for this?
With the top off, my hair's just like
I'm ready.
flapping around.
So picture like a POV swap, right? So you're in the passenger seat of the Koenigsegg, all of a sudden, boom, you're into me now in the driver's seat of my Aventador, right? We're going and we're with the DDE STO.
Mm-hmm.
The owner of the guy's car, his buddy's driving that car, right? So him and I are in Lambos doing 186 in the carpool lane, okay? And I'm pushing it. And an Aventador, that 186, like you feel 186. It's not like a McLaren at that speed. You're feeling it, right? So it's the fastest I had gone in my Aventador. All of a sudden, when you're going like 60 and a car that does 120 goes by you, like right by you, that feeling, that's what I felt with that at 186. That feeling. And I literally like we like ended up pulling over and like ending it like 5 minutes after that. I walk up to him, I was like, how fast were you going? And he told me, I was like, dude, I've never how do you describe experiencing that?
I've actually had that happen to me once before, because for a long time, the fastest I'd ever been in a car, passenger, was 174, and that was in a 650 Spider.
Nice car to go that fast.
And this was back when DuPont Registry had their headquarters in Florida, and they had all these cool cars and coffees all the time. And so I hopped in with a guy from the McLaren dealership. Super cool guy, like I think #1 sales guy for McLaren in the country. He's like, yeah, I sold 19 P1s. I'm like, okay. And so we're going 174 and past us, 12C going 195 miles an hour.
It's wild.
It is such a weird feeling.
Because you feel like you don't feel like anything's real at that point.
Nothing should be passing you
At that
with
speed. Like
Yeah.
my 186, like I was like, am I really doing 186? I was like, is this shit broken? Am I really doing that speed? It's like an out of body experience for like a quarter of a second. You're just like, what is life?
That was the closest I've ever been to experiencing religion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yep.
Nothing makes any sense at that point. And it was like one of those things where like you take into perspective, because at the end of the day, you do what you do and you have all these experiences because you love, at the end of the day, we love cars. You're on this podcast, you love cars. We started this podcast, we love cars. So like in that moment, I'll never forget it. Because like when we started this, like if you would have told the two of us, okay, that in a year from now, you're going to be driving an Aventador, your own, and then you're going to be in a passenger seat of a Gara RS going right by me, I would have been like, what happened? I was like, what life events happened to cause that? Same thing with you and everything. If you'd have told younger you, hey, listen, all this shit is going to happen to you, just wait. You'd be like, well, how the fuck did we get here? What happened? That's the beauty of all this.
I would have been so arrogant back then. I've been like, yeah, of course it's going to happen.
You're damn right it is.
Confident in myself.
I feel you 100%.
But yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
It's the beauty of all this. Like the whole thing, like we started this is just so we can bring like the experience that you have is stuff that like not the everyday person will ever experience. Like even driving in supercars. That's the whole point of all this. It's just a beautiful concept at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to get sentimental, everybody.
I know. I'm going to cry over here.
Oh my goodness. But again, my biggest thing is how do you connect and continue to connect the average person to experiences like this? Because you have some of the crazy experience. Like I'm even tripping out about some of the stuff you've done. It doesn't even I can't even add it up in my head.
I have to even like go back because there's hundreds of these crazy experiences that I've had. Like I've been able to talk about some of them, but it's like sometimes I look back and I'm like, first of all, I must have had massive balls as a teenager, right? Like I went up and I like, whenever I see John Hennessy now, he's like, keys to the jungle. And you're like, John Hennessy's doing that? Why? Right? But it's like, I went up to him and said hi when I was 17 years old. Because I was like, I've seen you online. You look cool. I want to be your friend. And I was just like genuine about it. Not like, I need your autograph, blah, 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 blah. It was cool because I got to see a Venom F5 or no, the Venom GT back in 2014.
What a marvel.
And it was like, I got to see some really cool stuff early on. Like I've seen 3 of the 4 Lamborghini Venenos. Like it's so random.
I haven't seen any.
Yeah. The rebodied Aventador.
Yeah, I saw the one in Miami and I was just like, I was like bugging my eyes out.
Yeah.
I had someone in the car with me and she's just like, what's going on? Because she's into bikes, right? And she's like, I don't understand. I'm like, you don't understand.
Yeah,
you don't need to understand.
There's a lot
Hold
happening
my
right now.
steering wheel.
Yeah. The amount of times I've scared my wife when we're driving down the road. I'm like, oh, and she's like, what? What? I'm like, 918, 918 Spider. and she's like,
Spider, oh no.
Exactly. It's always interesting.
Yeah.
She knows how cool the car is based on like how
The amount of
much I react. She's like, oh, this must be a good one, huh? Like it's really getting me.
Oh yeah.
I'm just picturing your ass doing some shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. So, some of the funny reactions too are just hilarious because people will be like, is the world burning down? And they'll be on the phone, right? And you're just, oh my God. And they're like, what's going on? I'm like, I just saw a P1. And they're like, oh, okay.
What about these things brings this obsession? Where does it really come from?
I don't know, actually.
Is it the machinery that it is? Is it the people that connect it? What exactly is it?
Art.
I think part of it
Is it art?
Well, I think
Like,
part
is
of it's
it everything?
the rarity of it.
The
Part of
rarity.
it is the sound, right? Like we love the sound. We love the emotion, right? Like we mentioned, driving some of these cars brings a very intimate feeling,
Extremely.
right? Which sounds kind of weird when you're like, oh, it's just a car. But it's like, it provides this level of intimacy and connection, right? Like we're all bros now, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just met you guys, right?
Instantly.
But it's like instant connection. Snap, 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 right?
Supercar
But, like,
connection.
Yeah, it's the supercar connection. And next we need to elevate it with the hypercar connection.
I'm very down for that.
Coming soon.
Yeah, I'm very down for that.
There you go. So yeah, the
Comment
whole
newsletter.
podcast is at 200 miles an hour.
I could do it. I'm down. I'll drive and talk 200 miles an hour all day long.
Wait, so you told me you were looking for a new daily.
Yeah. So,
Why don't we just figure that out right now?
well, I'm working on it. I got like 200 cars to go.
Oh, you want to drive all the cars first
I mean,
before you
think-
pick a daily.
I think as an over analyzer, the best thing is to have all the data.
Fair.
I did like the Vantage, I'm not gonna lie, but it's like, I don't know. Cars are kind of downhill right now. I feel like
There.
everybody's like cars peaked in 2015. And that's kind of my problem. Because it's like, you always want to upgrade your next car, right? It's like, oh, the next car has got to be slightly better.
Right.
In some way, some shape, whatever. But it's like, okay, I had a brand new car from 2022. So it's like, do I get something 2022 or newer? I don't know. Do I get something like more expensive, but then it's going to break down all the time? I'm like, okay, that's not a good daily, but I like want something cool. So now I'm like stuck in this like catch-22 of like, I don't know. There's not much out there.
Semi-reliable. That's what you go for.
It's a daily driver, though,
Semi-reliable.
dog. It's a daily driver.
So
I drive a lot. I drive like 20, 30,000 miles a year, not including rental cars.
okay. So you
Not including rental cars?
I drive a lot.
Actually, yeah, the stories. What am I saying? That's
20,
you don't drive
30,000
enough
miles
of
a
that.
You know
Yeah,
how
What
hard
am
it
I
is
saying?
to like drive a bunch of cars? Like I'm literally driving everywhere.
you're kind of cooked at that point.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know, when I have my buddy scheduling stuff, sometimes it was like last weekend was so bad. I used my whole battery in one day, and it was like I went up to like what was the course of the day? Went up to Yorba Linda. No, I started in Irvine, and then I went up to Stanton, and then I went. Where did I go? I went further up north, and then I went all the way down to Laguna Hills. And then I went back over to, let's see, yeah, from there, then I went back up to Yorba Linda, and then I went down to Huntington Beach and back. It's like 200 something miles just to drive some cars for the day. I drove like 6 cars that day, so it was helpful. But it's a lot of driving. And then I was like, after that, I'm like, my tires are cooked. I need new tires. I need a tire sponsor. Tire sponsors, hit me up.
I just don't know how you still enjoy driving like that. Like, I get it because I also like it, but I'm just thinking about it. I get to a point where I'd be like, I need a break. Like, give me 2 weeks.
When's the last time you hopped in a new, different, interesting car for the first time? You got to like experience it, and you weren't like rushing.
That's actually a really good question. Not rushing is the part that makes it difficult.
That's my point.
Yeah.
We get too busy. If you
That's what it
slow
is.
down, everything's enjoyable.
That
just got way philosophical. I'm sorry.
The Bentley is your answer.
Is it? Yeah, that is.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
my
that is,
answer.
that is. No, you're right. That is the answer. Yeah, we the Rusnak Pastita Rolls Royce and Bentley gave us the new GTC Speed for the day, and like we got to make content on it. So that like we really did get to slow down, and like we got through every little feature and enjoy it. And like you think about it, it really is kind of just the key to everything. It's just
Slow down.
slow down,
Gas pedal.
grab the wall.
I think.
I love you. No, but
Oh my gosh.
it's one of those things where like, because even yourself, you're trying to accomplish something like that. You're 200 days in, you're 130 cars in, you got to speed it up. But at the same time, you're like, how often do I get to do some shit like this?
Yeah, people are like, why do you edit your own videos? Like, it's a $10 an hour job. I'm like, so what? Like, I actually get to relive the experience. And it's like, cool. Because sometimes it's like intense. Like, I had 25 minutes to film the car today? It's like, usually most of my
If that,
videos take
yeah.
30 minutes.
Right.
But it's like, when I'm in the car, it's like, I'm so focused on making sure I get the content done first and foremost. Like, when I get longer periods of time in the car, even better. And those videos always do great.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like extra shenanigans. Or I'm like enjoying editing this like goofball video. But yeah, slowing down is really key.
Editing is fun.
Can be.
I like editing. I just never have the time to do it.
It's good until you have to do it for a different client.
Oh, yes, 100%.
That's why I have editors for that stuff. And
Editing-
it's way better.
Editing your own content is fun.
Sometimes. My YouTube videos are rough. When you have to hear your voice over and over and over and over and over again, you're like, do I really sound like that? And then you just kind of get numb to it. But like at the beginning, you're like, ugh. So it's like, you just got to get over that. But
The first ever episode of Supercar Connection has never seen the light of day.
always.
It was filmed and we were like, absolutely not.
No one is seeing.
No one is seeing it.
No one's seeing
It's so bad. It's so bad. Like I'm trying to picture like what was your first ever like the car show is the first thing that you did challenge wise, correct?
yeah.
And then this is the actual thing you've content documented.
Yeah.
Documented.
Documented,
correct?
yeah.
Documented. How
Email
was like
signature
what was the
included.
first like you're at a point now where you have the formula down. But did it begin with the formula or did you you're like, all right, let's see how this goes?
Oh, total BS the first way around.
Yeah.
I was like, the only thing, because I was like, I can't call it a keys score because that's too close to a Doug score, but I'm like, I got to rate it. And then I got to...
Doug score, schmuck score.
And then I got
score,
I got to have some sort of intro where it's like, it's Keys here. I'm driving 365 cars in 365 days. And today we're driving this. But first it was just like the selfie camera. And then someone's like, turn the camera around, put it on 0.5x. And then I was like, okay. Then I started doing that, which that video was terrible because that was a 0.
What was
stressful? Car.
What was it?
The De Tomaso Pantera.
A 0 is that bad.
Bless you. What was it?
De Tomaso Pantera, Italian Mustang, basically.
Got it.
So
I thought you sneezed. My bad.
Some of these cars kind of sound like sneezes.
When you said that, I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Right? It's like, I don't know. Some of the ones are just like such long names, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Lamborghini Aventador 50th Anniversario Roadster Pirelli edition. Like, just like stop with the words.
You ready for the longest one? Mercedes-Benz AMG GT 63S 4-door coupe.
There you go.
That's the whole name. That's the official name.
I feel like I've seen this on Instagram before.
It's ridiculous. It's so long.
Like, at what point do they care about marketing? And
Right.
they're like, what are we doing here?
Yes. Hello, sir. I'm here to look at a Mercedes-Benz AMG GT 63S 4-door coupe. Do you have any in stock today? I'd prefer one in Magno Black.
With the upgraded luxury package.
You guys are something else. Are we good on time, by the way? I haven't even checked one time.
Got a few minutes.
We do? You want to dive into the guest questions?
Guess
boy.
I didn't even think.
I didn't know I was getting questioned today.
That's the point.
I thought I was supposed to just blab for content.
That is
Just
the point.
Hyper create reels here.
Well, I mean, these can all be reels too.
Hundreds.
Questions. Everyone gets the same guest questions towards the end of the
Oh, gosh,
episode.
okay.
You're judged extremely on the answers as well.
You ready for number 1?
Hit me with it.
What's the most overrated car today?
Overrated car today would be the... Ooh.
I've got one in mind.
Toyota Supra.
Shocking.
Not bad.
Yeah, you got me.
The older one or the newer one? Or all of them?
Kind of all of them.
I
All of
respect
them?
that answer very much.
I do like the new ones and how they drive, but
Mhm.
they are butt ugly. And I don't like any of the upgrades to any of them. Like, some of them look okay, but I've never seen one that's just like, yeah.
I kind of like them.
They drive great, I will say.
Yeah.
Like, I just posted one the other day. I don't even remember what rating I gave it.
BMW.
6.4.
Not bad. Not bad. 6.4.
Less than the Vantage.
Yeah, barely.
So,
Wait, what did the bandit get? I missed that.
should I say it? I
Oh,
got like a
you're
whole-
holding
yeah,
out.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, hold out for
You got to check
very
out
average video.
Add Keys to the Jungle to find the score on the Vantage. So why do you think the Supra's overrated then?
I think they did a good job at marketing and selling the car. But like, first of all, why is the Mark IV so expensive? Like, what? It is kind of a hunk of crap. Like, no
Kinda
offense to them.
is a giant
Yeah.
hunk of crap.
It is horrible. It's like everything falls off the car, not good quality, not great looking, just became iconic, partly because of Fast and Furious, partly because of other things.
Too fast. Too
Too
furious.
fast, too furious.
Too Supra.
Too stupid.
Tokyo Drift, baby. But, it's a very car.
It is an egg car.
I think
It was-
all JDM is
I think, yeah, but I think that was a really well-known car that you could just modify. And I
Yeah,
think that kind
that's-
of led a bunch of like the modification culture. So I can respect it.
100%.
But like,
Drag King for a while.
would I ever own it? No. Would I ever own a new one? Would I ever own the one before that? Oof. Like the Mark III Supra? Oof. That is not pretty.
I respect that answer.
Question 2.
What's the most underrated car today?
Do I really want to cancel myself with this one?
Yes, you do. Yes, he does.
I'm trying to think because I feel like there's some cars that I drove that were just like really cool. I might have to reference my list for this one
Go ahead.
because I have some ideas, but
I figured this one would be the more difficult one for
It
you.
always is.
Because then you just get the little appreciations for things. You're like, well, this one had this one.
okay. I forgot about that one. That one was kind of cool.
But was it the most underrated?
I don't know if it's the most underrated.
What was it?
Buick GNX.
Buick GNX.
That was cool. The Kendrick Lamar, like that. Yeah, that was cool. That was like cool, but it's like 80s car. The one that I drove was like 800 something horsepower apparently. I don't know. Owner, okay, but let's see. I liked the 750 Spider, the McLaren.
You got to start scoring the owners too. Like when you do the car,
No.
give the owners a score.
I am so cooked. I don't like people that much. That's why I love cars.
And the owner's sketch score was 8 out of 10.
What else did I like? A lot. The
You said you like the
the
750S?
750 Spider.
Hell yeah.
Great car. Like
Incredible
it's
car.
really fine tuned for, and like I love McLarens because they drive like go karts.
Mm-hmm.
We
But
also
the
like McLarens here.
the
Yeah,
car
I
that I was gonna mention that
Love
was
McLaren,
like
hates Porsche. You fit right in.
yes, 100%.
You are 100% Supercar Connection DNA.
Supercar Connection approved. We're going to give you a sticker at the end of this.
I'm slapping it on the Tesla. Whether he likes it or not.
we need an SCC approved sticker.
I know, for real.
I don't love how it looks, but I was actually very impressed by the Civic Type R, the new one.
You
The new one.
gotta be kidding me. The list for that answer.
I know it keeps going to JDM cars, right? But I think like some JDM cars are really cool for what they are. But it's like, think about how cheap this car is and how much fun you can have with it. That's what I'm thinking in
John
terms
Cena
of like
drives one.
John
invisible
Cena
driver.
fits in one?
So it's a Waymo? It's invisible driver? Okay.
Basically. The only
John
Waymo Type
Cena
R.
actually drives every single Waymo. That's a fact.
Does he have content on driving? How do you know he drives
That's
that?
how they're doing it. Yeah.
He does? That's crazy. I don't know.
Hey, yeah, he's a big Type R fan.
The F-Type SVR is quite underrated. That car is awesome.
I
will
agree.
say. I've put thousands of miles on that car. It's
And
great.
you can pick one up now for about $68,000, which is a lot of car
less.
for that.
Less.
I guess
his-
it depends on. I was looking
Yeah.
at ones with like 12,000 miles.
Yeah, I think his has 65,000 miles.
Yeah, he's pushed
Properly
it.
driven.
So,
Definitely not a car guy.
Yeah, I don't know what that would go for today. 65,000 miles,
Probably 50.
50
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, wait. No. I know the most underrated car. It just hit me because I got in trouble for this car, which is why I blocked it from my memory. Do you guys know what the Mercedes E60 is?
No,
The Mercedes E60 sedan was built with Rentec in 1997. Four-door sedan. So epic. This thing, so I got in trouble for it because I could not hold traction in this car anywhere. And so they thought I was doing burnouts in neighborhoods. And it was just like the tires spun every time I drove the car, whether it was like a little bit or a lot of bit. And it was just epic. Because it's a 1997 car with 435 horsepower.
It's ahead of its time.
and not a whole lot of
Super
traction
cool.
help, huh?
No. That was a cool car. I got out of that car and I was like, this is cool. This is
Yeah.
unique. So
That
Sounds
is
like a
that,
pretty
that the
cool
new
car.
answer?
I think that's my new answer.
I
Yeah.
respect
The
that.
most underrated.
I very much respect that.
Last question.
Yeah, run it.
You got to build a 3-car garage. For one, you need a daily SUV. It's usually what we say. Number
It
2,
has to be an SUV.
okay.
Has to be an SUV.
Has to be an
Okay.
SUV.
SUV. You can get a car over $1 million, and then any car under $1 million.
Okay, so SUV under $1 million, over $1 million, 3-car garage.
Mm-hmm.
SUV. And it's like money doesn't matter. It's just about like
It's just about what you want.
Preference, whatever you want.
You can't sell one to get a cheaper one. It's just this is what
does
you get.
SUV have to have 4 wheels, or can we do like 6x6s?
You can,
Sure,
do, it,
yeah.
you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Velociraptors included.
Let's see. I feel like
I feel a Hennessy
From-
product coming.
from like a I was thinking about it, but I think from just a general standpoint, if I have a 3-car garage, like I'm gonna find a way to afford myself a driver. I think a Cullinan has to be on that list.
Respect.
But if I'm the one that has to drive, then definitely a Urus Performante.
Okay.
Great car. That's actually the only one of the Urus line I haven't driven yet.
Steel Springs.
Under $1 million. Oof. McLaren 12C Spider. Love that car. It's got a bunch of stuff from the P1 in production, but nobody knows about it. And they only made like 1,500 of them. So I think that's the best under $1 million.
Everything under $1 million. 12C Spider
100%.
for $100,000.
100%. That car is sick.
I'm blown by that. I haven't spoken on it because I couldn't believe you just said that. Really?
Yes. That car is amazing.
Over like the 650S Spider, which is not just the same car
Looks
but better.
I think 12C looks better.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This is a hot take.
This is a very hot take. I mean, there's so many good cars under $1 million. You know, that's where it's tough, right?
And you can
but
take any car under $1 million, and you're going 12C Spider.
Mm-hmm.
That is
like,
wild.
I mean, since I was 18, I've wanted this car, right?
Sure.
So
That's fair.
over $1 million has to be Koenigsegg Agera R Zigen, the purple one.
Oh,
Hence the purple lighting.
Beautiful car.
Mm-hmm. Purple
With the
and
gold leaf, that's the gold, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the dark purple carbon.
That is the goated car in
There you guys go.
existence. You can't beat that car.
Yeah.
Now that I've driven a Koenigsegg, I know for a fact that car cannot be beaten. However,
only challenge-
I need to drive a Zonda to compare.
Because I was going to say the Lewis Hamilton Zonda.
Lewis Hamilton Zonda's up there.
I think that's my top car.
Where am I going to find a Zonda to drive? Yeah, I got 5 months. I'll figure it out.
We might be able to help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
That was a nice car, 3-car garage.
Yeah, I think Koenigsegg, McLaren, and then Cullinan or Urus.
Mm-hmm.
There's
The
so many cool
12C.
SUVs though.
The
'Cause,
12C,
like,
man. That's wild.
but like a baby G-Wagon, also cool.
Very sick.
Baby G-Wagon as in the Jimny?
No, kind of, but like yeah, the Jimny sized like little G-Wagon, not the Langele, but like the little one.
Yeah.
That's cool. But then it's also like if you go mega, right? Like just the Mercedes 6x6 is cool. But it's like there's such a wide variety. And I'm probably missing a bunch of cars.
The
off top of my head.
6x6 is just so unusable.
Yeah,
Here.
but like
You have 3 cars. It's a 3-car garage. Forever. That's all your needs. So it'd be cool to have the 6x6, but then like you're stuck with the 6x6.
see, I think you need a complimentary 4th car, which would be a Renault Twizy. That's my hot take. Do you know what that is?
No.
That is
What are you talking about right now?
Did I sneeze again? Okay, so Oakley Design did this body kit on the Renault. I need to pull up a picture for you guys because this is the coolest car possibly ever. Renault.
I think I've learned more on this episode
Twizy.
than any other episode we've ever had. What?
No, what you need is the Aston Martin Signet.
No, this is way cooler than a Signet.
Even the one with
Way-
the V8, the one they stuck the Vantage V8 into.
You're telling me that is cooler than this?
The V8
That's pretty
Signet
sick, though.
is cooler than this.
So sick.
I think the V8 Signet might be the top of the line.
No, because
Just get
like,
a slingshot then. What are we doing? Sorry.
I mean, this is cool. Don't get
then
me
again,
wrong.
then again, like over $1 million, like, I mean, the Zigen's goated, but then like, how cool would it be to have a Schumacher F1
Can I
car?
have a second? Can I scroll for 2
Did
seconds?
you
You have
have
a
to-
phone too.
Fight me. Do they have to be road legal? Like, there's so many questions. This is such a vague
They
question.
have to be
How much
road
do these
legal.
go for?
The Twizzies?
Yeah, the Twizzies. Are they street legal? I know this might sound stupid, but
Well,
I'm
you
just
can't
asking.
get them in the U.S.
Damn it.
So
We know importers.
there's people in there's one in Canada.
One in Canada. So
Someone
like
brought
these
it
are,
to Canada.
these are limited production.
Well, it's there's Twizzies.
Can I buy one? Is what I'm asking.
I don't know how you'd get it here, but I mean, technically, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I know the people to get it here. How much do they cost and where can I get it?
I want to say they're like 20 or 30 grand. They're not much.
That's a V8 Aston Martin Signet.
Not as cool. Like,
Oh, this is an Aston Martin Signet?
Yeah, it's cool,
I thought
but
you were
not
showing me
as
that
cool.
car with a body kit on it. I was like, oh, this is cool. You can do that to this. I was like, I kind of like it the other way. No, this is low key. No, the other one's better. The other one's low key better. It's just more raw. Like this looks like a smart car before a smart car.
I mean, it is a smart car, basically. It's the Scion.
Ah.
No, it's a smart car. Do you know which one it is? It's just rebodied smart car, I
The
think.
Signet?
Yeah.
Definitely not a rebodied smart car. It's like based off of a Ford product, I think. But
Oh, wait, this has a V8 in it. Sorry, I missed that part.
That one does.
What does the other one have in it?
that's a great question. I don't know.
Because like what I think that one, the other one gives me, what's the little truck that everyone's obsessed over? The little, well, no, the Orange County kids always have that they make the content with. The little trucks from Japan.
The K trucks?
Those.
Yeah.
The one you talking about, the Twizzler, whatever. The names are, I'm so lost on the names. The Twizzler and the K truck, they give me the same type of vibe. Do you think I fit in a Twizzler?
Toyota
Yeah.
IQ.
You think so?
It's tandem seating as far as I know.
So can I push the driver back enough? Because I'm looking at it and I'm trying to think.
You should be okay.
I'm kind of down to get one.
Yeah.
'Cause
Aston Martin
there's a
Signet,
guy up
Toyota
here
IQ.
that bought one and has it in Canada, as far as I know. And he's like 6'2", 6'3",
I'm down for it.
and he's like not lanky either. So
Has
big
scissor doors?
shirt, but I don't know if yeah. Scissor doors. Like, come
That's
on.
what I'm saying. Like it's kind of
Like,
cool, dude.
Come on.
Think of the content we can
Super
make.
cool.
Think of the content we can make.
If you had an army of them.
18 of them.
There's like
And then you paint it like the little plastic car. The toy thing that everyone had when they grew up. The red and the yellow and the white wheels.
oh, you're talking about the little Tykes car?
Yeah.
Have you seen my buddy's car that's got the little Tykes car on top of the smart
I have.
car?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
seen
Goated.
it.
That thing pulls up and you see just like the top of it coming and you're like, oh, he's here. Hi. So,
For the love of the game.
I feel like we're missing a bunch of good cars for that like 3-car lineup.
That's the beauty
Well, I mean,
of the 3-car
there's-
lineup.
There's a ton of cars
You
out
can
there.
only
Choose
have
from.
3, and they have categories to them. You gave yourself up. Like again, I'm still mind blown the fact that you just picked a 12C
I
Spider.
love that car.
Like I don't even know. Like
Does it have to be the
thing is that-
2012 with the swipe door before they change it to
that
the
one's
button?
kind of a pain. 2013, and they only made 500 of those. But like that car, the OG McLaren vibes are just. I also want to know what a McLaren F1 is like, right?
Me too.
Because it's like, I feel like driving in the middle configuration has to be amazing.
It has to be the right way to drive a car, right?
It has to be.
It
Like,
has
all
to.
cars should be 3 seats.
Like I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was
That's
a teenager,
my hot take.
when I was a teenager, I was thinking that, like when I was learning to drive, like the natural thought pops in. You're like, why are we not in the middle? And then the way everything works, and then you go back to like, what does that really feel like? It has to almost feel just natural driving because you have equal peripheral to be able to understand where you're at.
All times. Yeah.
Just get the most pointless car ever created, the McLaren Speedtail.
Ugh, no, hard pass.
Really weird story before we end. I saw a McLaren Speedtail on the Long Beach like San Pedro Bridge one time, back before when they debuted it, and I had no idea what I was looking at. And I went by it, and then I had to figure it out later because I saw pictures that they released on the release, and I actually drove by it during that production shot,
And you're
and I
like,
had
"That
no idea what was
car
happening.
Is ugly,
You're like, what is
It
this
looks
oversized
crazy,
tadpole
but
doing?
it's ugly.
I also had no idea. I wasn't
Why is it
as
20
into
feet
cars.
long?
So I was like, I didn't really know what was going on. I just remember going by it and going, what was that? And then later I saw the pictures and I was like, I fucking saw that.
All right, I got one last question for you.
Hit me.
And I don't know how much you guys are into Formula One, but what's about to happen next if you guys are into it at all? Like, there's a ton of drama going on.
I just know that like Christian Horner was just fired, right? That's about all I know.
Yeah, and it's like Max Verstappen might switch teams, and like all this shakeup's about to happen. I was curious if you guys know anything about it or like what your take is. 'Cause
I was way more tapped
that-
in 2 years ago.
oh my god. Well, 2 years ago was like Red Bull dominance will bore fans, you know.
And I
before
got
that,
bored.
Mercedes dominance will bore fans.
And I left.
Now it's like McLaren dominance will bore fans. But I think it's all going to be super interesting next year.
Yeah.
Because they're changing the car and nobody's figured out how to make this engine work with their new regulations.
Yeah.
And it's going to change everything in the car industry, I think. Because they're working on sustainable fuel and all this other stuff. We're going to have like an amazing era of cars in the next 10 years.
I hope so.
You think so?
Because we're not in a great one as we speak,
This
we're
is like
not
the
in a great one.
90s round two.
I agree.
Kids
We
are
literally
dressing like
talked
the 90s.
about this last
The
podcast.
cars are designed like the 90s.
Supercar connection approved. Keys to the jungle.
I'm telling
There
you,
you go.
He's right on
Full snap.
to the
gas. I
90s.
love it.
yeah, on the right wavelength.
Hey, you said the E60. What year is that car? 90s car? You said?
97, yeah.
Interesting. Word. All right.
Year I was born.
I listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. This has been a great episode. It's been awesome.
Thanks
vibing.
for
100%.
making the trip.
Yeah,
Literally, quite literally.
for sure.
Thank you for driving all the way up here. Even though I know you love driving.
Not that much. Not in traffic. Open road is a different story.
Yeah.
As long as it's my car, not her car. So then we're good.
Watch out for the Vantage review coming soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Keys out.
Yes, sir. The Supercar Connection. We're out.